In this video, we'll discover how to find an Ogive in Excel. Using data on the prices of GPSs and their frequencies, we're going to find that Ogive. So first, an Ogive starts at 0 and goes up. So we're going to need to insert a line up here with a frequency of 0. We're also going to need to find a cumulative frequency that goes with it. And so this is just the running total. So it's the current frequency plus the total from above. And that would be 5. Then it's the current frequency plus the total from above. Current frequency plus the total from above. And since it is very much the same formula, you can drag and fill it in to finish it off. It goes to 30, which is the total number of GPS prices we had, so that is a good sign. We're also going to need to have new boundaries. So with an Ogive, you always have to use the upper class bounds. So, because otherwise it won't be the ones at that number. Since it is the running total at the number that's reported, you can only guarantee, for example here, that you have 5 GPSs once you hit $114. If you use the average of 86.5, there may be a few that are between 86.5 and 114, and therefore they aren't in our range. So we need to add in all of the upper class bounds in this newly created column. So for the first one, we'll come back to in just a moment. The second one, the upper class bound, is just the highest number in our interval in column A here. So that's 114, and then 170, 226, 282, 338, 394, and 450. The difference between all of these numbers is 56, because 56 is our class width. So we can subtract 56 from 114 and we'll get 58. You also could look and see that the first class begins at 59, and since there's nothing before the first class begins, that means 58 and below would be 0. So that's the other way to know that this should be 58. So to make an Ogive, first we're going to need a line graph of our cumulative frequency. So select the cumulative frequency column, go to Insert, Dot, or Connected Line Plot. We're going to choose a line with markers. And it makes this. So we need to adjust these numbers down here because it's not using our upper class, it's just counting. And so we right-click on it and go to Select Data. The horizontal axis is the one with the issues, and you can see it's just a number. So we're going to click Edit and choose these numbers. Be sure not to include the word upper class, because it's going to view these as labels, not numbers, and therefore it would call the first one upper class. So now we've got all of those labels incorrectly. We've got our cumulative frequency. I'm going to rename this an Ogive, because that's what it is an example of. And I'll leave cumulative frequency after it, just as a reminder of what goes in an Ogive. We also need axis titles. So on the bottom, this is the price of a GPS in dollars. And on the side here, this is the frequency. And so that is our Ogive.